Take out the book. Beehive. The road not taken. You opened it. Now, Robert Frost is the author of this poem. He's a very famous poet. Normally, his poems, children, all of you are there? All of them?
Which poem will read?
The road, English reader, Beehive, the road not taken. Beehive, the road not taken. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Open that and keep it. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Now, Robert Lee Frost was a very famous poet. Normally, his poems are related to nature. Normally, his poems are mostly linked to our day-to-day life, practical. Now, in this case, The Road Not Taken is a very famous poem where Robert Frost, while walking through the forest, he had come to a particular point, a junction, where he found there were two roads. There were two roads diverging. So he was standing in that point and wondering which road he should take. Which road he should take at that particular moment. Now, the meaning here is, even in life, sometimes which road to take means which decision. Sometimes in our lives also, we are unable to make the right decision, or we start to think which is the right decision, and we become upset, or we become in a critical, we are put in a very critical position to decide what. Now suppose in the case where somebody is going to ask you what you're going to do after your metric exam, or what you're going to do after, what will be your ambition. Sometimes for us to decide certain things, that which will be right for us or which will be wrong for us, sometimes we all get confused. Here Robert Frost has given the speaker walking through the forest. The leaves are turned yellow in autumn, comes to a fork in the road. Now here fork means it's like this, a fork. Here you stand, there are two roads. So he comes in a fork and decides which road to take. The speaker, that means Robert Frost, regretting that he or she is unable to travel in both roads. Can you travel in both roads at the same time? No, you are only one person. So you can take only one road. Stands at the fork of the road for a long time and tries to see where the paths lead. The speaker is not able to know what will be at the end of the road. Sometimes when we are taking a decision, we don't know, if I take this decision, what will be there in the future, what will be the result. If I take this decision, what will be there in the future, what will be the result. So people, we all get confused sometimes. Here the speaker also, he has very ironically put it like, there are two roads, I am standing here, which road I will take? If I take this road, will it be dangerous? Will there be wild animals, or will there be thieves? Will there people come to steal or cut or kill me? And if I take this road, will it be safe? Will I reach my destination in time? Will there not be wild animals? Will I be attacked by people? So these two things, this get confused by the authors. Now the speaker takes the other path, judging it to be just as good as choice of the first, and supposing that it may even be a better option of the two, since it is grassy and looks less smooth than the other part. Now, if you take practically, figures of speech are mentioned a lot here. Now suppose in a road that has been always walked, used by people, a road that is always used by people, you will find that there will be no grass. There will be no grass. The path will be completely clean. No grass, no stones, no like small trees not growing there, because people are continuously treading on that path and walking. The path that there is no people walking or nobody use that path will be normally lot of grass, trees will be growing, because people have not used that path. Here, The speaker takes the other part, judging that just as good as the first one, supposing that it is better portion option, since it is grassy and looks less worn than the other part. Now, one part was lot of grass, and the other part was completely barren without any grass. So, the speaker, the author knew that this road was not used much, and this road was used more. Now that the speaker actually walked on the second road, he thinks that the two roads might have been less equal vernon. Now, the speaker recalls that both the roads were covered with leaves which had not been turned black by foot traffic. Both the roads had leaves, this road also and this road. But one road, wherever the leaves fell, because of no people walking and stamping on the leaves, it's all okay. The other road, people started to walk, foot traffic it is called. Foot traffic, that means people walking on it. The speaker explains that just saving the first road will travel at a later date, but then immediately contradicts him with an acknowledgement that in life one road tends to lead to another road, so it's therefore unlikely that he or she will actually get a chance to return to the first road. Now the author imagines himself in a distant future. Now these two roads are the future. These two roads are going to decide the poet's future, Robert Frost's future. He is saying that now these two roads, whichever road I will take, that is going to decide my future. If I take a bad road, if I go into bad company, if I don't study well, or if I if I have bad friends, and if I start spending or wasting money, or if I start not studying, or if I start having bad habits, then your future is going to be doomed. You will not have a bright future. And the other road is another. If you take that one, maybe you might have a bright future. Your career will be good. You will not face any problems. You will have a good habits, and you'll be an honest child. You study well and all that. That is what he meant. Now, distant future, recounting with a sigh the story of making a choice of a road, taking a choice in life. When you take a choice in life, you have to be very careful what you're going to do. Suppose you are saying, I want to do medical, or I want to do engineering, or I want to do management courses. So it depends. You have to think ahead in future also. Like in future, if I do this, what will happen? What will be the result? What will I do? What will I do? Where will I go? How will I do it? Now here, speaking as though looking back on his life in future, the speaker states that he faced a choice between two roads and chose to take the road that was less traveled. Now here, Robert Frost, those two roads, he took the road that was less traveled by people. He took the decision. He took a decision that mostly other people had not taken. That is the meaning here. He has taken a decision that other people have not taken. He has used a road less traveled, and the result was very good in his life. Robert Frost became a very famous poet and world known. He was well known for his poems. He was well known for, and he became successful in his life because he took a right decision. He took the road that was less traveled, and the result was outstanding. That is the meaning here. Now read the poem, Mahapatro. Read the poem.
Yes, sir.
Read the poem line by line.
Yes, sir. The road not taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood.
Now wait. Line number 1. Two roads diverged into a yellow wood. Diverged. That means, what does mean a diverge? Divide. When you come to a fork of the road, you come to a point, you will find one road going like this and one road going. That has been a diverge. The speaker starts straight away describing a fork on the road. Okay. The road mentioned above was probably more than a path. Okay. The poet describes the wood as yellow. Yellow means the forest, wherever he is going to go. Okay. Next line.
And sorry, I could not travel both.
And
sorry, I could not
travel both and be one traveler long I stood. Now, can one traveler take two roads? Not possible. Only one traveler can take one road. It seems that the speaker wants to travel on both the roads at once, but it's impossible. But since this is impossible to walk down on two roads, he has no choice but to choose only one of them. The speaker here says sorry that he can't travel down both. That is his regret. I want to go on this road and this road. I want to see both. I want to take two careers. I want to see what will be the future and both decisions. But it's impossible. Next. Next. Stonepari
And
read.
looked down
Hmm.
and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in
The undergrowth. Now I stood here and looked on that road, those two roads, but the road reached to one place and after that there was undergrowth. That means the forest was very thick, he could not see further. You cannot see further of the road. The speaker now peers down one road trying to see where it goes, thinking that if I go on this road it might be dangerous or anything can happen or will there be any disturbance. However, you can only see where the road takes the bend. Once the road turns, then after that he does not know what is behind it. Around the bend, the undergrowth, the small plants block his view. Hence, it is worth asking a question, is the speaker at the fork of the road or just represent the fork of the road in his life? Now here, those two roads are his carriers, his ambitions in life. So he wants to take both the roads. That is impossible because he is a single person. So when the road that is less traveled by people, when he wants to see what will be the future in his life, what will be the future if he takes this decision, that future cannot be seen. Once the road bends, you cannot know what is going to happen there. Okay. Next, line number 6. Line number 6.
took the other just as fair
After
and having
yes, then line number 6, then took the other as just as fair. So two roads, he was thinking I'll take any, so he took one road which was less traveled. After he looked down on the road for a long time, speaker chooses the other road because the road was less traveled, there was a lot of grass, leaves, people have not used the road, but the other road was completely barren. People were continuously using, the foot traffic was more on the other road, so he had taken this road. And next one, next,
and having perhaps the better claim.
having
Perhaps the better claim.
better claim because it was grassy and wanted wet. Line 7 and 8. And having perhaps a better claim because it was grassy and wanted wet. So he wanted to take the road that was less traveled by the people because it was grassy. People have not used that road. Normally they have not taken that road. So he took that road. Soon enough, the speaker seems unsure about whether he says, no, normally, normally all of us follow the other person. If that person is going to a particular college, where are you going? You're going to that college. Okay, I too will go. A particular person is going for a picnic somewhere. You're going for a picnic. Where you're going? We are going to this place. Okay, we too will go. Now, we all sometimes keep following others. We don't take decisions on our own. We don't take any decisions. We start to imitate others. We start to follow others. But in the case of Robert Frost, he was deciding that now the path that is normally used by people, anybody, you, me, anybody, we will take that path only, thinking that this is the road that is being used by everybody, so we will take this path, this is safe. We will not take a path that we don't know anything about that road. Will you take a path? Suppose the road is leading into a jungle. We will take that path. No, we will not take a risk. No, we will not go there. It might be dangerous. There might be anything there that will harm us or anything. So we will take a path that is regularly used by the people. All of us are in that same category. We start using. If that person is doing, then we too will do. Now, but in the case of Robert Frost, he did not take the foot traffic path which was used continually. He has taken a path that was completely not used. A new decision in his life. He wanted to take a risk and see how his future is going to be here. Okay, next line. Though as for line 9 and 10, read. Line 9 and 10. Though as for that,
As for that the passing there
had
had
warned
them really about this. Though as for that the passing there had warned them really about this them.
yes. Now here the passing there means the people who are using the particular road. That is the meaning. The speaker really seems to be unable to make up a mind. He now changes his mind, admits that maybe they were equal after all. Now listen, if you are going to, now suppose I'm saying If you want to take a decision in your life, if you follow others, if you follow the person, if you follow your friends, then what happens is you cannot stand out like in that crowd. You will have to be, if they are doing, you will be with them, then automatically it becomes a common decision. So yeah, he does not want his life or future or his decision in his life to be a common decision. What others took, I have taken. He has taken a completely different decision. Let me see, I am going to be a little different from others. That is what is meaning here. He has not taken, he has taken the road that is not being used by anybody. So his decision is going to be not common like others. They are all using, I am used on different road. Yes. Next. Next. Line
And
11,
both
12.
them was equally grey. In leaves, no step had trodden black.
Now here the speaker says that both the parts are equal. Meaning is both the parts grass grew, both the parts leaves also fell. Everything is same. But people using the path used by the people, the grass dried out by walking continuously, and all the leaves also started to go away. When you walk, you see the paths like in the village roads and all. When you see a particular path continuously, people walking will find one path, one mark there. That'll, and this and both the sides of those places you will find a lot of grass growing because people are not moved. That's it. That particular path will be completely, that path will be like a common path. Everybody will be walking. So yeah, the speaker is probably among the first to travel. He wants to be the first, as I told you earlier. We all start to imitate others. We do what they do. We take decisions what they do, what others do. So here, Robert Frost wanted to be the first to go on that path that was unused. First, he wanted to be there. So completely he'll be different from that. The paths covered with leaves which haven't been turned black by the stepping or crushing in them. Next, line number 13. Ho.
I kept the first for another day.
Now the speaker now, okay, I kept the first for another day. The speaker seems to now regret the decision as choosing the other path. Now, two parts are there. The first path was completely used by people, foot traffic was more. And the new path, the path that was not used by people, he thought of taking. And he felt a little sad. Regret means feeling a little sad that he had not taken the path which other people have used. He has not taken a decision in life where others also have taken. He has not followed them. What they done, he has not done. But he felt in his life that later on, I will take that path and see what is going on there also. That is also there. Next. Line 14.
How way leads onto way, I doubted if I should ever come back.
Now here, Robert Frost says, okay, I will take that path on another day. But now he feels, if I take this new path, will I able to come back and go on that path? If this path is completely successful, if I have done everything correctly, I have taken my decision in life correct, then I am not going to go on that path which is being used by everybody. The speaker agrees that he hopes to come back and try the other path, may not be practical. See, sometimes decisions, can you come back and take another decision? One decision, I want to become a doctor. I will become a doctor and later on I will see if I can try to become an engineer. Is it possible? No. Once you get into one particular career in your life, it's not that you're going to come back. If at all that there's a failure in that particular career. Suppose you have failed, you have taken a wrong decision in your life, you are gone and you found the result bad, not good, then you cancel that and you come back and take another decision. That's what you were saying. It's not practical that I will return back to the first road because this road that I have taken might be successful for me and I'm going to become very famous. I will not have to come back and take the other road. He says that the way leads the way, how then a road take another road, then one ends up very far where you have started. So sometimes our decisions take us to other decisions and yet still others, and it's impossible for us to retrace our steps and arrive back at the original decision. Sometimes our decisions take us to other decisions. Sometimes it's difficult to come back, retrace our steps. Meaning is when you walk back. You cannot, sometimes in your career, in your life, you cannot come back and take another decision. Sometimes your decisions which you have taken is final, and you have to live with those decisions. Okay? Clear? Now read the poem fully. Now listen, you understood. You understood. Write a short summary. You understood the summary. Can you write a short summary?
Sir, one paragraph is left.
Read out.
I shall be telling this with a shy, somewhere ages and ages hence.
The last paragraph.
Yes, sir.
I took.
I shall be telling.
No,
I shall be telling.
no,
this
tell me
with a
19. No, tell me line number 19. I took the one. Line number 19.
shy. Sir, just wait.
Line number 19. I took the one less traveled by.
I took the one less
Yeah,
traveled
that
by
meaning
and
is-
that has made all the
Yes, yes, yes. That's what I was trying to tell you. Robert Frost. I'll tell you from the beginning. Robert Frost was walking through the wood, walking through the forest. He came to a fork on the road where two roads diverged into the wood. He was in a dilemma which road to take. He decided to take the first road. The first road, normally everybody, the instinct of everybody, every human is to take something that is already being used by somebody. His instinct was to take the first road. Then he decided, let me try the other road. The other road was less traveled. The other road was less traveled. There was a lot of grass. That was not used by most of the people. So he thought. So he took another road, and he took the less traveled road. That is the meaning here. And by taking the less traveled road in his decision in his life, it has made a lot of difference, and he became very successful in his life. He has become very successful as a poet by taking the road that others had not taken. That is the meaning here. I took the less traveled road, and that has made all the difference in my life. Clear? Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Now you all understood?
Yes, sir.
Clearly I told you, imagine the speaker walking through the forest, two roads, one road used, one road not used. Then he decides which road to take. The people are using that road. Should I take that road? If I take that road, I will become like a common man like them. My decision will be common like them. So let me take the less traveled road. Less traveled road. I don't even know what will be the future. I am looking, the road is bending. I cannot know what is behind there. There might be harm or might be failure. I don't know. But let me take a risk. And the first road, I will take it if I come back and retrace my steps and come back. So he takes the less traveled road, and the less traveled road has made a lot of difference in his life. He became a very famous poet, a well-known, worldwide famous poet, and he's trying to tell us that when we make decisions in life, let us make some decisions that stand out from the others. Let us not imitate somebody. What he is doing, I will do. Where he is going, I will go. What he says, I will listen. He is joining this, he is taking this career, I will take that career. So what he's trying to say is, take a new road, take a new decision in your life, and see, there might be good things for you. People sometimes don't know we don't know what is the road that is less traveled. Everybody follow each other and they go on that road, on the common road. Let us be different, and this road, this decision in his life, taking the less traveled road, taking the decision that others had not taken in their lives, had given him a lot of success and made him a worldwide, well-known, famous poet. Okay? Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Write the summary down and the question answers and let me know. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.